Hi everyone, this is going to be my first attempt ever at making a fizzy bath bomb. I have the main ingredients. I have cornstarch and baking soda and essential oils, citric acid, oil. Some recipes call for Epsom salt and some recipes call for distilled water. And I have witch hazel. And witch hazel is kind of like a rubbing alcohol. You can use rubbing alcohol, but witch hazel doesn't have that alcohol smell to it, and it's a little softer on the skin. I have two different scents here for my essential oils. I have, sorry, it's not focusing. Panic Button, which is Neutralio, and Nuriel and Rose, and then Love Potion, which is Jasmine and Sandalwood. And you can get essential oils at any health food store. Citric acid is kind of hard to come by, but it's usually at the health food stores. And the rest of the stuff you can just pick up at your local grocery store. Some people say to use certain types of oils, but I found that just a light oil does work, just from other people using it. And you can use Epsom salt in your bath fizzy, or you can not. And I have my 1 cup of baking soda that I put in, and my 1/2 cup of cornstarch. And you kind of mix those in together. You can use a whisk, you can use your hands. Probably be a good idea to get a sifter and sift them together. So you just want to make sure there's no lumps. If you have lumps, it creates a little wart or lump in your bath fizzy. So you mix those together, and then you have your oil and about 2½ tablespoons, and you want to put a quarter, if you use the frosting coloring, you want to put about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, so what I did here is I mixed my citric acid and my essential oil and my food coloring in the same bowl. I used Love Potion, and I used pink and blue food coloring, trying to make purple. I haven't put water in. She says to use 1/8 of a cup of water, of distilled water. But I don't know if I want to use that because in some clips it says that water sets off the fizzing action prematurely. So I think I might try and mix my citric acid, my essential oil, and my food coloring in with my baking soda and cornstarch, and see how that works out. Okay, so here I have mixed my ascorbic acid, my citric acid and my oils and my food coloring in with the cornstarch and baking soda. And I didn't use any distilled water, and it's almost to the right consistency. You want it to be like wet sand. It's still a little dry. But they say to use witch hazel. So I'm going to use some witch hazel, spray a few in there, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've sprayed about 12 sprays into here, and it's forming up a lot nicer. And I think it needs a little bit more. So I'll spray a few more and then we'll be ready to pack them. Okay, here they are in their little tin, well, mold. I don't think I would recommend using the rubbery, flimsy molds. It makes it kind of hard to press it into and keep it in the shape that you want it. So, but now that they're in the molds and they're full most of the way, just set them aside and let them dry for 10-15 minutes, and then you can plop them out, and you want them to dry for a while, at least overnight. And if you have the time, if you're giving them away as gifts, and if you have the time, at least a week. And then you wrap them up. So I will get back to this when I'm ready to take them out to see how they held up. Okay, so now that they've been sitting for about 10 minutes, I've gotten a cookie sheet here, and I put some aluminum foil on it just because my cookie sheet has been all discolored because it's old. So I'm going to flip them over onto the cookie sheet. Let's see, where can I get a good view? And hopefully they don't fall apart. As I said, this is my first attempt. So I say just tap it out. Oh, that one didn't work out too well. Yeah, they didn't work out. That's okay. I have a backup plan. I have mini muffin tins. I'll just pack them in there. I was kind of hoping to get the cute little snowmen and gingerbread men, but I don't think those let you get a good squeeze to pack them in tight enough. Well, I guess I can use them for cupcakes. They weren't a complete total waste and loss. I'll just use them for cupcakes. So anyhow, you just go back and do your repacking process. I did have a feeling that those were just too flimsy to hold up for packing. Okay, I think you got the picture. Hi, now that I'm back, I have waited a good amount of time. It was probably about 10-15 minutes, and I've taken my tin that my bath bombs were setting in, and I'm just going to knock them out with a little spoon. And I got some more in there, but this is how it came out. It smells really good. And as I said, it was a love potion. So I'm just going to wrap these up in some cellophane or plastic wrap. And if you use plastic wrap, you can take a hairdryer and melt the plastic wrap around. You don't want to hold them too long because then they'll start breaking apart. So you just set them over here on a drying rack. And let them dry. But you want to let them dry for quite a while. Overnight, at the minimum, a week would be good. So I'm going to knock the rest of these out, and when I'm ready to wrap them, I'll come back to you.